come with us as we head up to Barrington Tops to finally get to stay at Little Murray like we've been trying to a few times now. Let's just say it was more of an adventure than we thought it would be to get there. Stick around and check it out.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. We're heading away on another adventure this weekend, back up to Little Murray. Hopefully it's open this time. We tried in April but it was closed, so we're going to give it a go this weekend. We really want to get up and see them brumbies, so still got about an hour's drive. Hopefully the road's open. There's a few signs saying it's closed, but we'll wait and see. So hopefully we'll see you at the top.
We've stopped here for lunch because we've been rerouted about 4 times already and we're hungry and we've got to drive all the way back to get to where we're going. Lunch buddies.
So it turns out Scone Road is closed. Can't get up that way. So we've driven back to Gloucester, found another route out through Berrico and Moppy. So we drove an hour and a half, nearly an hour and 40 minutes, got to the end of that. That's closed as well.
Since the 90s.
Since the 90s. But the road still says, the Google Map still says it's open. So then we backtracked to another trail that takes you to Copeland. Now we've driven through there, had a stop, had made a sandwich for lunch, and now we're heading back to Gloucester again. So we have to go out to Scone. The only way to get up there is through the western side of the Dingo Gate. So in about 3 hours we should be getting a little bit closer. Anyway, we'll get there eventually.
I will walk her. You're like so mad that we're there.
Well, here we are at the Dingo Gate, and finally, after 557 kilometres and almost 10 hours drive. We were in Gloucester a couple of hours ago. It's only 70 k's from here.
we're having brekkie wraps for brekkie this morning. This is one of our camping go-tos and everybody loves it, whether it's just Mick and I or all of the kids as well. We always do this at least one time while we're camping. We put on the hash browns and sausages, eggs and bacon, cook it all up. Then you grab your wrap, put whatever sauce you want on it, and then load up your wrap with whatever it is that you're having. And it's absolutely delicious. We started making these a couple of years ago because we found the wraps travel better and they don't get squashed like bread. Honestly, give them a go. You won't be disappointed. Well, there is a hut here somewhere, according to the maps. Not that we can trust the maps after yesterday. So we are going to go and try to find that. So you can camp up to this point. This one's a bit away from the toilet if you want to be close to it, but and it's definitely a four-wheel drives only track to get in here. You could get to Pole Blue without a caravan, without a caravan, without a four-wheel drive, with a caravan even. And you do not have service up here, so if you want maps, you'll have to like download it.
Everything's closed.
We're heading back in the other direction because we checked the map and it says we went past where we were meant to go, so and there's still a lot of places closed up here at the moment since the May storm. Is it May? Check the map again. Well, it looks like we have to go through that gate to get to the hut, so it might be a little walk, not a drive. So we'll come back to that. I'm gonna go try to walk and find this little Murray hut. Got some picnic tables here, a couple, and fire pits. You do have to bring your own wood here. It's a national park, so you can't collect wood. Then you come in over here. So, got all your information and stuff. it is a fee here, so you do have to book before you come. It's like $6.
$6 per person per night.
Here's a little map. Some information about the plants and the horses. We haven't seen the horses yet. We've heard them. We heard them last night. They didn't seem like they were too far away. We could hear them blowing their nostrils. Pretty nice and flat where you camp. It's just like an big open space. There's one other group of people here at the moment, and then just us. And some really annoying flies. This is where we just drove down before. Now when we got to the other gate up there and had the sign about junction pools with the gate, to get to those you've got to go back out of here and then turn left. But we did go down there in one of our videos. Go find that and you can see what it's like down there. It was only a flying visit. Because that was attempt 1 to come here. Mm-hmm. But it got closed early. This place is closed between May and October. But we are like right up the top, so it gets all snowy up here. A little bit further through that than Pole Blue. This is a little creek. Little Murray Creek. If you have the camps book, it'll tell you can fish here, but I don't know what you're fishing for in there. Because that's the only water that we can see. So according to the map, there should be a hut up here somewhere. We'll just hope for the best that it's not inhabited by some crazy person. That's like super murdery or something. Oh, I can see a roof off there in the distance. Ow. there's a car up there.
And we're not authorised person.
Okay, so we're going to drive up there. However, I'm not entirely sure that you're meant to go up there. It doesn't say no trespassing. It just says that no authorised vehicles are allowed to come up here. So that's the hut we were attempting to find. But let's assume we're not allowed to go there.
We'll head back and get the fire going and cook a damper, eh?
We'll do a little tour of the rest of the campsite while we're on our way back. But going with the theme of this adventure, we've been on lots of places we shouldn't have gone to. Did you just eat a fly?
One just went up my nose.
Now we did drive up there before, and there's just like a little sign that you can't park past that point. So, which means that you would be able to camp in that opening there. If you don't need or want to go to the toilet, because the toilets are like over there, then wouldn't be too bad to camp at. It doesn't have a fire pit there, so if you have your own fire pit that you can bring, then it'll be okay. And this place doesn't have a bin, so take your rubbish out with you. You had enough room to bring it in, you have enough room to take it out. A lot of the other places we go do have the big skip bins that they come and put in, but most of those places are state forest.
Yeah.
This is national park, so you do also need a pass to be in national parks. But I think you can get one for if you want to visit all parks, not including Kosciuszko. I think it's like $65 for a year, which isn't too bad. That gets you all of New South Wales except for Mount Kosciuszko. So you can come all the way to here. I don't want to walk through these people's camp. And there's lots of little trails. If we go over this way, I'll show you the toilet. See? Like I was saying, take it with you. There is, like I was saying, there's lots and lots of trails up here that you can go to. Some of them are very like, if you're into like rock climby, 4-wheel drive kind of driving. And some are just like bumpy, dirt roady, need a 4-wheel drive, but you don't have to climb anything and you won't have to winch or all that jazz. This is the toilet. Only one here. It's just a big room. Prop it open so it doesn't slam. Another hybrid. So don't put your stuff in. If you haven't eaten it, don't drop it down the tube. So for those who don't understand that, if it's not coming out your butt, don't put it in there. Some little campfires that people have made with some rocks. But nice and open. And then we're set up over here. I'll take you through that shortly. It was a throw together camp when we finally got here. We're 3 hours from home.
Yeah,
and
10 hours
we got here 10 hours later.
that we got here.
But yeah, so National Park, you can't collect firewood. So even though there's all that, you can't go and collect it. You have to bring your own. But they got these. Same as a lot of the places in Barrington, swing around stuff. And we just bring foods. But pretty nice. Well, I'll make chop some wood for the fire. I'll show you our setup for the weekend. The solar. Very basic. Just the gazebo with some walls on it. We bring the car in a bit so we can get into the back of the car and use the fridge without having to walk too far. And also, if it rains, everything's covered. Gives us some bench space with the tailgate. Then our table with all of our stuff, cookers and stuff, and we just have the swag again. But just us. So we got in at like 8 something last night. So we didn't do a setup video or anything because it's pretty basic and it was dark and late and we've been driving for 10 hours. So, but we're gonna get the fire going to get some coals and then we're gonna make a damper. So that'll be good. Just to stick with the theme of the weekend, we cut all the wood, about to start the fire to get some coals going for the damper, and it starts to rain. So when this passes, because it doesn't really look like it's set in for that long, but we got some thunder and stuff, then we'll start the fire and then we can try and get some damper happening. Okay, so fire has been going for long enough that we've got some coals. Finally. It is raining again, and there's some thunder. We're going to try our damper, but we found this recipe on the side. So we're going to kind of follow that, but we don't have anything to measure. So we'll put the same ingredients in with some added extra and see what comes about. So we are going to add some cheese and some onion to it. That's not in the recipe, but cheese makes everything better, so we'll just go with that. I'll chop it all up. We're only making a little damper, so we don't need very much stuff. Should have brought grated cheese from home. That would have been easier. But you make what you can with what you have. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And obviously we don't have our whole kitchen because we don't have the camper, so we only have a few utensils and stuff. So there's cheese. Where is the onion? Dice up the onion. Mick used the rest of this earlier for lunch. It was steak and onion sangers. Now Tamika is normally our damper cooker. She's the damper queen. She doesn't really follow a recipe. She just kind of wings it. And her dampers are always the best. Okay. Now, as per we don't have everything, this is my mixing bowl. So we have self-raising flour. It says 250 grams, so we'll go about that. If we need more, we can add more. Then, what do I need? I need a spoon. $25 grams of butter. So we just have this stuff, so we'll go 25 grams is about a tablespoon.
About that much.
So we'll go about that. Move this stuff out of the way. Put that in there. Alright. So rub this together. Make sure your hands are clean. It's like scones. If you've ever made scones before, same thing.
That's a lot of cheese.
No, it's not a lot of cheese. See, he wants to add cheese, but he doesn't like cheese. Make that make sense. What does it say? Until smooth. Well, I don't know if that's what it's meant to look like, but... but we'll go with that. So, all right. pinch of salt. We just got this stuff. So, pinch of that. An egg. Thank you. Says mix through wooden spoon. We have a metal spoon.
Mix well.
It will work. Stir that through. Now I am going to add, this recipe doesn't have any mix-ins, we're going to add mix-ins now before we form the dough. So onion. Might save a little bit of this cheese for on top. We'll see. Let's see what it looks like. Mix that around. And now it says 775 mils of milk. Hold on, gradually, but only just add a little bit and then I'll stir. And I'll keep going. Mix the milk until it forms a dough. Only a little bit at a time. Okay, a bit more. Oh, that was like a lot more. Let's just take it out. Oh yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, I knew it was the right amount.
I reckon I need a little bit more flour for this. Oh, I need some flour for my hands. Put some flour on your hands. Helps it not stick. And now you want to kind of knead it into a ball. So you just kind of want it to come together and knead it a little bit. Now this recipe says to knead for 3 minutes. That's a lot for a damper. Let's add a little bit more flour. We're not really following this recipe much at all, really, are we? Oh. I don't think we need to knead it for 3 minutes. Now meanwhile the camp oven is over on the fire, heating up. It says to preheat the camp oven, which normally when you do a damper or anything in the camp oven, you normally preheat it anyway.
Got to let that rest for 10 minutes.
And then it says to put this in the warm camp oven and let it rest for 10 minutes. And then put the lid on and put it on the coals. I'm going to put some cheese on it like this. Alright. So that's our little damper. I'll take it over and put it in the camp oven. Okay. Mick has the camp oven over here for our damper. We're going to sit him in there, just like that, without the lid on, to rest for 10 minutes, because it says let it rest for 10 minutes. And then So we'll let it rest, then we will put the lid on and let it cook. We'll show you when we're doing that. And it's starting to rain again. She's been resting. Do you want us? We put the lid on because it was raining, but have a look. Look, she's risen. So, looking good.
I'm going to try something a bit different this time. Normally I just put it straight on the coals, but I've heard if you put your camp oven straight on coals, you stifle the coals, so you need a little bit of gap between them. So I thought if I put a few coals in between there and there, in the lid, we should be pretty right. So get a few scoops. And there, won't need too many because it's only a little camp oven. A few in there like that. Like that. Put him on top, and then put him on top of there and see your coals aren't getting stifled. And now just a few on top. Don't go too hard because you want to cook the bread sort of slowly or easily so it's not raw in the middle. So we'll come back and check that in about 10 minutes. Right, so it's been almost 20 minutes, so we're going to give it a check now. As you can see, the coals underneath haven't been stifled, so that's worked perfectly. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Give that a little stab with a knife. We're ready to go.
How bouncy is she? Like, does it still feel doughy?
A little bit.
Maybe 5 more minutes.
Righto, we'll give it 5 more.
Turn it around a little bit so this side gets a bit more browner.
Let's get that again.
And then I reckon it'll be good to go. Oh, it looks so good, guys.
Another 5
Another 5 minutes has passed. We can smell it. It smells so good. So, reckon it's pretty ready. Oh, look how good it looks. So, we're going to get her out and give her a taste. Oh, gosh. Oh, if you guys could smell. Got her out. She was a little bit stuck on the bottom. A little bit burnt here, a little bit stuck. We should have floured the bottom. So, when you cook things like damper, flour the bottom of your camp oven, which we didn't do. But let's cut her open. Oh, look. You can see how nice and bready she is.
Straight in the guts.
All nice and cooked through. Right. It's really hot, guys.
I'll have to give it 5 to cool down.
Do you want to taste a little crusty bit?
Yeah.
Hold on, do you want some butter on it?
Nope.
Right, just going to taste the crust.
Oh, that's pretty bloody good.
That's good. Good?
Perfect.
Very good.
Camp it in the rain at Little Murray. 2 thumbs up.
Nice crust. Nice and soft on the inside. She's yummy.
Yum.
Alright, we're going to go and eat some of these. Oh, I just got the taste of onion. That's so good. We're going to cook some sweet and sour pork in the camp oven later for dinner. We're going to go and sit and enjoy this in the rain. You can hear the thunder coming back again. It's good, guys. She is coming down now. But fire's still raging.
Alright guys, we're going to do sweet and sour pork in a camp oven tonight. All we've done, cooked up 3 pork chops in the fry pan, just on the gas, diced them up. Preheat your camp oven. Give them a little spray. In goes the pork. Right, just like that. And the secret family recipe. I've got somewhere in my pocket. Don't tell anybody. That's a secret. Straight in. Bit of water. Where's your cup of water gone? A little bit of water just to loosen it all up a little bit. Right in there. Give it a whirl. And then we're just going to let that slowly simmer for the next, I don't know, hour or so. No need to put any coals on top, we just want the heat from the bottom to warm everything up. And Jackie's going to make some lovely fried rice. So we'll see you when that's happening.
Alright, so we are making some fried rice to go with our sweet and sour. Just get some things. So we're going to get everything ready so we can chuck it all together. It's a pretty simple throw together. Just going to cut up some bacon. That's ready to go. Move this out the way. Alright, so now we're just going to chuck everything together. It's a pretty simple dish. Nothing too fancy about it. Little bit of oil in there. But very yummy. So, chuck our bacon in there. Start frying this off a little bit to get a little bit of crispy in it. While that's starting, I'll show you what else we're doing. So we're going to add to this some corn. I've just got a little tin of corn. And some of these peas and carrots, just another tin. Soy sauce, can't make fried rice without it. Gonna cook a couple eggs. Piece that up, and for the ease of fried rice whilst camping, I'm going to use one of these. Oops. Really simple and really cheap and really yummy. I reckon, what do you reckon? This would probably, buying all this stuff, maybe $10.
For fried rice?
For this, yeah.
Maybe $10.
Like
Not even.
the rice is like $1.
It's $1 a can, 90 cents for the tongs.
Had eggs anyway, had bacon anyway, but a couple of dollars, chuck a couple of dollars in there anyway. Had soy sauce, but
$10 for the pork chops. And a secret sauce. About $3. The whole menu would come to less than $12. Depending on if you got a good butcher or not.
shout out to Jane and Troy. So just frying this off a bit so it gets a bit of extra flavour. But fried rice is one of those things that basically if you have rice and soy sauce, anything beyond that, just make it your own. Will it be authentic? Well, no, but eat what you like. Omit the bacon if you're vegetarian and the eggs if you're vegan. Add whatever veggies you want. You could add capsicum. Capsicum would be nice. Our fried rice, we always have bacon, we always have egg, rice, peas, always peas at the very least, and soy sauce. This will be the longest part. The bacon bit is the longest part of doing it. I mean, you don't have to fry up your bacon, but getting a little bit of colour on it just gives you extra flavour. While that's going, I can start the eggs. So, we're just doing 2 eggs. So, just crack it in there like this. Thank you. And then you just want to scramble it up a bit. Just keep it moving around till it's cooked. Yes, please. Mix in a colour in the rice for me. Once this egg is done, then we can chuck the rice in.
I think I might have that for breakfast tomorrow. That looks bloody good.
I was just about to say, it's smelling very much like a really yummy scrambled egg mix. Alright, getting the rice in. Now this is just those microwave rices that you get. We'll break it up. You can cook your own rice. The best rice for fried rice, to make sure it doesn't go sluggy, is like you cook it the day before and let it go cold. So for the sake of ease, we're using this today because it's already partially cooked. So normally it's the rice that would take like 90 seconds in the microwave. So it's not going to go all gluggy on you. Just break it all up. Alright. Now we'll add some corn. Just got one of these little baby ones. So we'll put all of that in. If you guys heard that, that was just a tree falling off in the bush somewhere. That's the second one we've heard today, actually. We've got chunks of carrot, but that's okay. So if I was going to put carrot in, I would normally do dice, but this is what we have. It's fine. We were originally just looking for a can of peas. At home I would do frozen, but...
Yeah, I picked up the wrong one. My fault. All the peas are in here. Got more peas. A few more peas, if you please.
Right, now we can add the soy sauce. So, just a bit at a time. Add some, mix it, and keep going. Now, if you use frozen peas, they'll be like bright green. So they give you that bright colour, not this colour, but this is going to taste just as good. A bit more, and then we'll do a little taste. Look at these bits of rice that isn't broken up yet. Gonna have a taste. I did make a taste. You want a bit more soy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not much, just a splash. Good splash. Ready.
As you can see, that took almost no time. What have we got? The longest part is cooking the bacon.
Now, do we let that sit for 5 minutes on a low simmer, or we eat it straight away?
No, we can eat it straight away.
Awesome.
If you had like wetter rice, dry it out a bit, but this rice, with the steam from all the veggies and stuff, it's like the 90 seconds of the macro that you need, and so it's ready to go. So, I'll turn this off, and we'll go and get the sweet and sour, and we'll meet you back here. Alright, we've got the camp oven off. Guys, I wish you could smell our dinner.
Oh my goodness, have a smell of that.
It's thickened up nice.
Man, that's good.
Alright. Just do one for now.
Yeah.
Put some rice on there.
I reckon that's a really good job. Oh, you want a spoon that doesn't have a hole in it? Get some sauce. There you go.
Thank you.
Some extra saucy sauce.
Holy dooly.
Have a look at that.
Not bad for about $15.
Who says it has to be?
For 2 people. It might be a bit more if you've got to buy more pork chops and a bit more sauce and stuff, but for about $15 for 2 people, that's pretty good.
And there's probably going to be leftovers.
Oh, there'll be leftovers.
But how good is that? I'm just going to taste it while you guys are still here. Bit of pork. Bit of fried rice. It's going to burn my face.
Super duper hot. Gives a little taste. Oh my god.
Alright. This is me, sort of. We're going to go sit over there with the fire. Over there by the fire. And eat this before bed.
Bloody beautiful.
Add it to your camping list of meals to try. Super easy, super good. I'm going to eat. Bye. All packed up and ready to go. Just like that, the weekend's over. But if you're looking for a place that's nice and flat, away from everything, pretty nice place. Thanks for watching and coming along on another adventure with us. We hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out any of the upcoming adventures that we've got, some of which do have the kids coming along with us, so you'll get to meet them all and see what a barrel of fun it is traveling with teenagers to some epic places and making some great adventures. Get out and get amongst it, and remember, adventure doesn't wait, so neither should you. Don't just count your chickens, chase them.